Hey, what's up? So today I'm going to start work on my restoration of the Team Associated RC18T2. Now this thing did start off as the B2, which was the buggy version, and you can see the body here for the buggy. It's pretty cut up and it has seen better days. But like I said, I did make this to the T2 where it's got a truck body. So that's what we're going to keep it as. Now if you do look at it, you can see this thing's in pretty rough shape. It has seen better days. The rear shock tower is not held on very well, as you can see. Sort of tied down a bit. The bodies have looked in much better condition before. I got lots of old tape residues stuck to it, so we're going to see how much we can clean up of that. Maybe give it a paint underneath, as we can see some of the paint is rubbing off. So if you guys have, for anyone who didn't know, this is a belt driven vehicle, it's not drive shaft driven. So I'm going to take out the rear diff and we're going to have a look at that and see what that's all about. We're also going to need to clean up. Let's see if I can get a good shot here. You can see how dirty it is in those joints. Going to have to clean up all that stuff. Alright, let's just get started by taking off this rear shock tower and having a look. Alright, so we can see how I've attached the shock tower, drilled a bunch of little holes, got that fishing line through there holding it down. And you can see it's not really that, it's fairly strong for what it is, but it's not that great. However, when it is in the vehicle with the body on, the body helps as another structural support piece, so it really makes it stronger. Alright, let's see if we can pull out this diff and have a little look at it. So this thing did come with normal differentials, with gears and everything, as you can see here. However, I did replace it with a ball diff, which is quite different than a normal gear diff. There's a ring of ball bearings around that enables it to move. And it's much more resilient than the little plastic gears you get in the stock diffs. So as you can see here, here's the rear belt for the rear drive. And then there's a belt that runs all the way up to the front. The belt looks in fairly good condition still, even though it's quite old. It's at least 5 years old, so if this belt breaks at some point, I would not be surprised. Hopefully I can still find a replacement online. Alright, so now that I can see that the diff's in fairly good shape still, I'm just going to put this back in there. Oh, that's in good. Alright, let's take off the front hubs here and get them cleaned up. Alright, so I got everything here cleaned up. Looking quite a bit better than it was. If it'll focus. Not nearly as gross and grimy in there as it was. So I'm just going to go ahead and put on the rear brace. I don't think there's too much I could do to this to make it stronger. Like I said earlier, when you put the body on, it really helps give it that extra bit of strength. So it looks kind of jank, but I guess I'll be keeping it like that. Alright, it's time to get some shocks on here. I still have the upgraded shocks that I bought for this many years ago. However, I don't have the springs for the two front ones. I have one of the springs, but I couldn't find the other one, so I'm making do with some other springs that are pretty close to the same spring rate. Throw on the rear suspension first. Alright, there we go. Got the suspension all done up, and that looks fairly good, I think. A lot better than the rest of the vehicle, it looks like now. So as you can see, the spring rate on the front is quite a bit quicker than on the rear, so I'll have to change the oil in there, but that's not a big deal. Alright, so that's part one of the Team Associated RC18T2 restoration build. Hope you guys are enjoying this so far. If you have any questions or comments, make sure to leave them below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in part 2 next time.